Hi, I'm Patti Kennedy. I'm an artist in schools with the San Joaquin County Office of Education. And during this coronavirus outbreak, I'm staying home and safe, and I'm working with my art supplies, and I'm catching up with my reading, and I'm doing a little bit of gardening. I ate an artichoke out of my garden last night for dinner. It was delicious. Today I'd like to be inspired by a Swiss artist named Paul Klee. And he was an expressionist. So his paintings would maybe start a story, but wouldn't tell you the whole story. So this is one of his well-known paintings. It's called Cat and Bird. And this painting is actually a little bit bigger than this book in real life. And he painted this with oil paints, but he also used ink to do some outlining. And if you look, the line that he used to outline is very, very thin. It's a very lightweight line. So we'll talk about that. We're going to be repeating a lot of shapes. Paul Klee was also a musician, and he believed in the connection between visual art and music. There's rhythm, there's repetition. So we will be repeating this sort of leaf shape. We'll have it in the cat's eyes. It's sort of part of it right here in the nose and also in the bird. Okay, so I'm going to draw on my dry erase board. And I have one that I started on a piece of paper. This is about 8 by 11, 8.5 by 11, so a piece of copier paper. And I'm going to start with this heart shape, and I'm going to come up about 3 fingers from the bottom of my paper and put that heart shape there. Okay, so I will start with a heart shape. Okay, and that becomes the cat's nose. And then I'm going to come from this side of the heart and go up here. And then I'm going to come from this side of the heart and go up there. And now this tells me where those leaf shapes for the eyes will go. So I'll go one here, like that. See how it's just 2 curved lines to make that leaf shape? And then I'm going to do it on this side. I'm always a little sloppy on dry erase boards. They're very slippery. So do you see how that already starts to look like a creature? I'm going to come back down to the heart, and I'm going to make a J shape and a backwards J shape. And you can see the cat's mouth. I'm going to put a chin in right there. Okay. I'm going to come up between the eyes, and I'm going to start here, and then I'm going to go up like that. And then I'm going to come up and do it on this side. And it looks like a mask, doesn't it? So remember, anything that you could see this could become, use that in pictures that you create on your own. I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to put a line up here to make the top of the head. And I think of it as a headband. So I'm going to make just a curved line connecting them. And then I'm going to come down here and come around to the chin. And I'm going to do that on this side. Fine tune that, make things connect. That will work for me. Now I'm going to talk to you about the whiskers. So when Paul Klee did his painting, the whiskers for the cat come out of that heart nose, and they're symmetrical. He has 3 long whiskers on this side and 3 long whiskers on that side. That's not what cat's whiskers look like. I think that Paul Klee was making a little bit of a joke, because this is a photograph of another artist who was popular when Paul Klee was creating artwork. This artist was named Salvador Dali, and he had a ridiculously long mustache. He also was very fond of cats. So I think perhaps Paul Klee was sort of making a joke about his friend Salvador Dali. So I'm going to be inspired and do Salvador Dali-like cat whiskers. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. And now I have to put that bird up there, okay? I'm going to start with a leaf shape. And then I'm going to make a triangle shape here for the bird's tail. And then I'm going to make a round shape with a beak, put in an eye, upside down wise. I'm going to do this. I'm going to indicate where I want to put the iris, the colored part of the cat's eyes. And if you look at Paul Klee's painting, those cat eyes are more like people eyes. So that's all I need to create my picture, to get those lines in there. And then I'm going to take a pen, and I just used a regular black pen, and I made sure it had a nice fine line, and I did all of that outlining. I did not outline where the colored part of the eye is going to go. I'm going to let that get colored in. I'm going to show you this one I did with paint, and the colors are very different from Paul Klee's painting, but because of the way the cat is done and those silly whiskers and that bird, people can see the connection to Paul Klee's work. Okay, so when I go to color this in, I'm going to have some fun with it. I can choose whatever colors I like. Here I've got some chalk pastel, and you could even use sidewalk chalk to color it in. And one nice thing about chalk pastel is if I make a mistake, or if I go, oh, I don't like that, I could actually erase a lot of the color. Okay? So, this cat, I gave him very narrow eyes. See how thin those are? These are bigger. If the eyes are skinny, the cat looks like it's thinking of something, very carefully. If the eyes are nice and big, your cat will look friendlier. So the question is, why is there a bird up there? Paul Klee never gives us that answer. So it could be that the cat's just thinking about birds. It could be, let's see if there's another clue. Look at this heart. What does a heart usually mean? That you love something. And it sort of points right up to that bird. So that's something to think about. Have some fun with this. Create it any way you like. Use whatever you have on hand. This is actually a really good drawing to do on the sidewalk in chalk. So think about it. You could teach your neighborhood how to draw a Paul Klee cat. Please have fun with this. Thank you for coming to the locker, and keep on being creative. Take care.